Restaurants are beginning to reopen. I'm sure you must have seen some of them. Amid some stringent measures, though, now COVID-19 tests are going to cost them about 1,000 shillings each for every employee. The accommodation is not allowed just yet. Hotels that have accommodation are not allowed to reopen as it speaks. And all MOH guidelines apply to all of them. So in the hospitality industry, the government has now lowered the cost of testing staff from 4,000 to 1,000 shillings. The move comes in the wake of complaints by restaurant owners about the stringent requirements they have to meet before reopening. And as Faizal Ahmed now reports, the government has further appointed a committee to formulate guidelines on possible reopening of the hotel industries.
Despite getting the approval to reopen their facilities, most restaurants and eateries have remained closed for failure to comply with what they termed as stringent conditions set by the government. Reasons: they say the new requirements to have all their staff tested before being certified to operate is unattainable.
But the cost of testing, tukijaribu kwenda, tunapata at least it's about 10,000 per each waiter, which becomes way far too high for us to manage.
During the meeting convened by the Tourism Ministry to seek a middle ground, operators proposed that the government shoulders the cost of testing, a proposal which the government seems to have met halfway by lowering the cost of testing per staff.
The cost of tasting for the businesses will be 1,000 Kenya shillings, and I want to thank the Ministry of Health because the actual cost of tasting costs up to 4,000 Kenya shillings, but we have subsidized as government.
Operators also sought to have the rules requiring facilities to implement social distancing by reducing the capacity of the clients it can accommodate scrapped, arguing that the rent they pay is determined by the space they occupy. However, this proposal was rejected by the government. Instead, operators were asked to meet all the requirements to remain operational.
It is the responsibility of every restaurant or eatery seeking to reopen to access the protocols as published by the Ministry of Health.
The government also hinted to possibilities of reopening the hotel industry as a whole. To set the ball rolling, a team drawn from the industry, health ministry and tourism sector has been constituted to draw a return to operation guidelines. The two committees will formulate the guidelines and advise the government in the coming weeks. The hoteliers put forth a raft of measures that they wanted the ministry to consider before they reopened, which include conducting COVID-19 testing for all their staff, scanning of temperatures for all staff before beginning of shifts, and providing information and practices that will prevent the spread of the COVID-19. The hotel industry also proposed that foreign guests must undergo testing 14 days before their departure date and present a COVID-19 negative test before being booked in any hotel facility. Regular cleaning and disinfecting of facilities, wearing of face masks by all staff and guests, housekeeping teams to be kitted with personal protective equipment, and scanning of temperatures at all hotel entries. Faizal Ahmed, Citizen TV, Nairobi.